Hello guys, welcome to a new video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about fasting. So how I use fasting and how I think it should be used, in the sense that should this be like the main thing we focus on, or should this be like one of the factors or one of the elements that we use to then advance us throughout our weight loss journey or fitness journey, or however or whatever reason you're using fitness for. Lifestyle, longevity, there could be many aspects to why you're following a healthy lifestyle. Could just be to live well, could be to lose weight, could be to get healthier, fitter, stronger. So there's a vast amount of reasons why, but I'm just going to talk about some of the reasons why I use fasting and some of the reasons why or how I think it should be used. So I was talking to one of my clients yesterday on a consultation, and we were talking about fasting. Was one of the things we were talking about. It's kind of the main topic, and then it delved into a lot of other things like tracking our food, talking about the calories, the macros, bulletproof coffee, loads of ketogenic diet, loads of stuff around fitness, but it hovered around fasting. So I think fasting is a great topic to get into, and I think it's a great thing to implement into one's life. But I don't think it's like the end all be all. What I mean by that is I don't think it's the main thing we should be focusing on. It's important, and I don't want you to think it's not important, but what I want you to think is, think of having 5 important elements to your fitness. And these five elements, or these 5 aspects of your fitness surrounding daily activities, they are all going to play a role. So we could think of they're all worth 20%, and with them all together we have 100%. Without them, we have 1 short. Without 2 of them, we have 2 short. So basically what I'm trying to say is they're all important, but there's many other things to do with just fasting. Because you could be fasting but still eating too many calories. So fasting, but then eating too many calories is kind of irrelevant. I mean, it's a good thing that you are fasting, but if you're eating too many calories and maybe you're not doing much activity and you've got a sedentary lifestyle, then you're still going to have some kind of benefits from fasting, but they're going to be diminishing slowly. Or they're just going to be at a level and you're not really going to be progressing. So fasting is one element. Tracking your food is another element. Are you mentally tracking your food? Are you writing it down, or do you have an app like MyFitnessPal where you're actually tracking everything you eat from morning to noon and to dinner later on in the evening? And that way you can look at your macronutrient split. You can see how many calories you consume in your protein, your fats and your carbs, and you get all the right, all the right weights and the ratios. So fasting is one element, tracking your food is the other element, and I guess cardio is another element. Going to the gym, weight training is another element, consistency. So what I'm trying to say is there's a multiple. I mean, there's more than 5 things that I do on a daily basis that they all contribute towards a healthy lifestyle. And then fasting is kind of just the icing on top of the cake. Getting into autophagy, possibly, regenerating the whole body's cells, cleaning itself, cleansing itself, and fasting for a long period of time, like I say, has many benefits, but it's just one element out of many. So some practical advice would be to implement intermittent fasting into your diet, maybe starting on a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window, and you could alternate that from maybe breaking your fast at 10 o'clock in the morning and then finishing at 6 o'clock in the evening, or breaking your fast at 1 o'clock and then maybe ending your fast at 9 o'clock. So you're thinking of an 8-hour shift. So you're basically having consuming your food in an 8-hour eating window, which is basically like an 8-hour shift. So you could think of like a 10-6 or an 11-7. But that's one way, or you could do like an 18-hour fast to a 6-hour eating window. So for me, I'm using fasting as a tool to help supplement. I guess it's more of a supplementation. It's that you're adding it in to help supplement everything else you are doing. So I guess the diet is the most important. Which kind of diet are you following? Are you really following a diet? Are you just eating good? Do you feel like you're just eating healthy food? But what does that eating healthy food look like? Like I mentioned before, are you tracking your calories? You don't have to be really strict and meticulous about it, but you can be a bit mindful and just be like, you can get a rough idea. You don't have to track every single thing you eat. Maybe if you're just having some like mushrooms and onions in a stir fry, you don't have to weigh that. You can kind of just get away with that. But are you tracking the main things, the calorie dense things that you're eating? Maybe if you missed calculating the broccoli, it's not really going to harm you too much because of the thermogenic effect of broccoli anyway on the body. it's not going to really have a calorie effect on you. But if you're having something that's quite calorie dense, a can of beans, or, you know, some rice, or even an avocado, eggs, steak, stuff like that probably needs to be tracked, because of the nutrients, the carbs, the fats, the proteins, the calories. They all add up and they all go towards your daily calorie allowance. And then I guess the third kind of element would be, apart from the cardio and going to the gym on a regular basis, do you have your, you know, your macronutrient splits? Do you know how many carbs you should be having? Do you know how much protein you should be having, and how many fats you should be having? This is something that I offer in my one-to-one consultations, which I did yesterday, and I gave the client, you know, his macronutrient ratio split. Do you have your macronutrient splits? And then going on from that, do you have a workout plan? Are you kind of just working out but not really knowing what you're doing? Are you following like a 5x5? Are you following a push-pull legs? Are you following a bro split? You know, a push-pull legs would be a 3-day workout plan where you do push on one day, pull on the next day, and then legs on the other day. And then you could have intermittent breaks throughout that. So one day on, one day off, one day on, one day off. A push would be like your chest and your shoulder movements, you know, pushing the weight up, pushing the weight away from your chest. And then your pull movements would be a lot of your back movements. So, you know, you're doing lat pulls, you're doing lat pull downs, you're doing pull-ups, and you're doing bent over rows. So you're pulling the weight toward you. And then obviously legs is self-explanatory. That is basically, you know, squats, leg press, leg extensions, lunges, curls, all that sort of stuff. So, and then like a bro split would be, you know, a 5-day split where you segment each body part into one day. So shoulders on one day, chest on one day, arms on one day, legs on one day, back on one day, etc., etc. I recommend for most people a push-pull leg split. That's what on my workout plans, I offer a push-pull legs with a full body workout, but the full body workout only has compound movement. So we have like one compound movement for the chest, so bench press, one compound movement for the legs, one compound movement for the back, and so forth for the shoulders as well. So in the week we're getting all those body parts worked at least once. And then one day of the week we do a full body workout where we work the main body parts of that muscle group in that one day to kind of get that dexterity, that strength within the muscle. And then like I say, throughout the week we're having those intermittent breaks, intermittent cardio sessions, intermittent yoga sessions to kind of get the full body stretch and everything else that comes into it. So I guess the main thesis of this video is, fasting is a great protocol to use, but don't just be using fasting and thinking that that's it, that's all you need to do, because fasting is just one element, like I mentioned before, maybe just worth 20% out of the whole picture. You know, everything else that goes into it, your weight training program, your meal plan, the diet you're following, and also are you doing maybe like a 24-hour fast or a 36-hour fast, maybe once a week. If you're trying to get that autophagy, you know, maybe that 1 to 2 days, maybe even 3-day fast is going to get that autophagy, the clearance of the old cells, where old cells eat new cells eat old cells, or better cells should I say eat old cells, and your body gets more detoxed and a lot cleaner, and your body gets that degradation of old cells, so it can obviously have the longevity benefits as well. So videos have gone about 9 minutes, so I just wanted to kind of make this video because I just thought it's quite important to get the fact that fasting is a great tool to use, and I use it all the time, but it's only a small portion. We want to be focused on all the other elements as well, so we get this cohesive group of all, you know, working parts where we can get a full maximizing longevity, performance, strength, healthiness, everything else all in one package. So if you would like any one-to-one consultations with me, they are on my website at parkerperformance.com. The link is in the description below, and I also do workout plans, custom-made workout plans and custom-made meal plans as well, which are really professional. They look really good now. I've worked with about roughly, I would say, 250 people online, possibly more, and I'm really pushing this now. I'm really trying to get, you know, I'm really trying to get out there with it to help people, because it's actually getting weirdly enough, it's given me a great feeling by helping people, by being helped. So that, you know, obviously I'm getting something in return, a monetary term, and then they're getting this really good help. This is actually helping them with their life, getting healthier, and that's a great feeling to be able to help people. I mean, I wish I could help everyone, you know, loads of people at the same time, but unfortunately time is limited for me. each plan is custom made, so I can't just say, here, follow this. It has to be custom made to the height, the age, the weight, the food preferences, the goals, you know, background, food allergies and stuff like that. So I can't just give out a universal meal plan. They have to be custom built. So for that reason, they do take me 2 to 3 hours, and I do charge £25 for those meal plans. But the consultations are also good as well. So if you feel free to head into the description below and check them out. If not, just follow along with these videos and like and subscribe, and you know, you can watch and learn as we go. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you all in the next video.